Over the past 10 years, I've read over 400 books. And of those books, I've read only a handful more than once. But one book I've now read 7 times, and that book is Steven Pressfield's Turning Pro. But why would I read the same book 7 times? What is Pressfield pointing to that keeps me coming back? And what are the 6 lessons you need to learn from this book?
Most of us have 2 lives, the life we live and the unlived life within us.
Steven Pressfield is an American writer. He's an expert on war, particularly Greek wars, ancient Greek wars. He's also written the novel The Legend of Bagger Vance, which was turned into a movie that starred Matt Damon and Will Smith. Plus, he's written a series on books on what it takes to create your life's work, and Turning Pro is one book in that series.
When we're living as amateurs, we're running away from our calling, meaning our work, our destiny, the obligation to become our truest and highest selves.
Are you pursuing your dreams, or are you asleep at the wheel? Is your life lived or unlived? In Turning Pro, Steven Pressfield shines a light on the common hurdles we all face, and he offers a way forward. He shares the path to freedom, but it's not the one you expect, and it might not be the one you want either.
What we get when we turn pro is we find our power. We find our will and our voice, and we find our self-respect. We become who we always were, but had, until then, been afraid to embrace and to live out.
Instead of pursuing your calling, what are you distracting yourself with? Alcohol, food, exercise, travel, shopping, a fake career, gossip, helping others, abusing others, social media. Being an amateur is not about money. It's about your mindset and your attitude to your art, your calling, your life's work. It's about becoming the person you could be and want to be. This is why I keep rereading Turning Pro, because I don't feel like I've lived its lessons yet. I work as a pro for a while and then I stop. I fall back into being an amateur again. And that's not a good way to live. It leaves me frustrated and disappointed at myself.
When we do the work for itself alone, our pursuit of a career, or living, or fame, or wealth, or notoriety turns into something else, something loftier and nobler, which we may never even have thought about or aspired to at the beginning.
Pressfield's concept of turning pro is all about being responsible for the action you take or don't take. By conquering your inner obstacles and committing to your craft, you unleash your potential. And this is the path to greatness. But how do you break through? How do you become a pro?
To feel ambition and to act upon it is to embrace the unique calling of our souls. Not to act upon that ambition is to turn our backs on ourselves and on the reason for our existence.
To make the shift from amateur to pro, you must overcome what Pressfield calls resistance. We all face the same challenge. It's easier to sit on the couch and distract yourself. It's easier to take the path of least resistance. It's easier to live a comfortable life. But to turn pro, you must overcome your desire for short-term gratification. And you need to start doing the long-term work you know you need to do. It all comes down to this: do the work.
Turning pro is free, but it's not without cost. When we turn pro, we give up a life with which we may have become extremely comfortable. We give up a self that we have come to identify with and to call our own.
To get you started, do this. Stop, sit down, be still, listen. Can you hear it? What's calling you? Who do you want to become?
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back.
Add a comment down below and let me know where you're at, amateur or pro. And if you're already a pro, share some useful tips that might help us make the transition from amateur to pro so we can fulfill our life's work too. To dig deeper, buy Steven Pressfield's book. It might just change your life. And if you want to follow my journey in turning pro, make sure you subscribe to this channel.